Can being stereotyped be a good thing?
Can being stereotyped be a good thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be a good thing, depending on what the stereotype is. Someone could use it to their advantage. They can, if the stereotype is something to the effect like, an example would be Asian people are smart, and that necessarily isn't always the case. They might be able to use that to their advantage, that automatically people look at them as being intelligent. So it might be a positive view on somebody. Or, even in instances where, a stereotype is somebody who's African American is good at sports. They might get selected, first when choosing teams, whether they're playing, at a school or wherever they might be.
Okay. Do you know what affirmative action is?
I do.
Can stereotypes affect people?
Yeah, they definitely can affect people.
How do people learn to make stereotypes?
I think people learn stereotypes through culture, through media, through different sources, from a young age, whether knowingly or subconsciously, we're teaching our children, stereotypes. For instance, when kids are raised, we might tell them when we're playing baseball, don't throw like a girl. Well, that's a stereotype that automatically makes reference to all girls, that they don't throw as hard as boys or as men do.
Okay. Do you think certain groups are more subject to stereotyping than others?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever been stereotyped?
No, I'm sure I have, but I don't think I've ever been told directly. You know what? I take that back. I have, now that I think about it. People look at me and think automatically that, because I'm Mexican, darker skin color, I don't necessarily know a lot, especially when it comes to computers. And people are pretty impressed by the amount of knowledge that I have regarding computers, and automatically, because I'm not, Indian or Asian, they're taken back and surprised at the amount of knowledge that I have in computers.
Okay. Have you ever been stereotyped?
Yes.
How?
I've been stereotyped as I don't have a lot of money because I'm Mexican.
Can stereotypes affect people?
Yes.
How so?
They can bring a person's self-esteem down and make them feel bad about themselves.
How do people learn to make stereotypes?
From other people, from stuff that they see around school, or
Do you think certain groups are more subject to stereotyping than others?
yeah,
How?
certain races, or people who aren't as they're supposed to be, as popular as they're supposed to be, could be more stereotyped than people who are popular.
Can being stereotyped be a good thing?
So actually, my
It can.
What is your definition of stereotype?
Basically categorizing a specific type of person based off their ethnicity or gender or race.
Have you ever been stereotyped, prejudiced against? If so, give details.
I don't recall ever being stereotyped except for like being white mostly, or a white stereotype. But other than that, no. I haven't.
Are stereotypes beginning to change? And if so, how?
They are, and they're changing they're like, there's a lot of them are still the same, but a lot of them are changing, and I can't really describe how because there's so many changes to them that I'm not aware of.
Can being stereotyped be a good thing?
I don't think so. I don't know if they can be.
Do you know what affirmative action means?
No.
Do stereotypes affect people?
Yes. Sometimes it motivates people to do better and go past those stereotypes, or it brings people down, as it tends to.
How do people learn to make stereotypes?
Mostly from the influence of others, whether it's peers or family members or adults or media. Just they learn from other people.
Do you think certain groups are more subject to stereotyping than others?
Yes.
Can stereotypes affect people?
Yes.
How?
Well, I believe that stereotyping will not give people the equal opportunity as other individuals that are in certain groups.
How do people learn to make stereotypes?
I believe they get influenced through television and influenced by family members or close friends.
Do you think certain groups are more subject to stereotyping than others?
Yes, I do. Depends on their background. It just depends on their background and where they come from.
Have you ever been stereotyped?
Not at this point, no.
Okay. And are stereotypes beginning to change?
I believe that society changes with time, and it's influenced by governing policies where people are told what to think by government officials, and when government officials approve laws and policies, and I think those are the ones that shape people's thinking